my dear ones. This is a timeless, near personal love and spirituality reading for whomever is guided to watch it with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. Take note that the reading can be in reverse for some of you. I wish you to like and subscribe to help my channel to grow and stay vigorous and healthy on YouTube. Also be sure to put on the notification bell so you don't miss out of any of my videos when I'm posting them. Some of you do not longer get the notification for my videos, even if you have chosen to have the notification bell on. And I'm truly sorry for that, and I put a troubleshoot on my community section to solve this. If you need more information or help after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Pisces season that is up, or you can check out the pick a card and near personal readings on the first page of my channel. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Witch's Tarot with Ellen Cannon Reed. So, when I open your deck here, I see the Chariot in reversed and the Hangman. So it seems like someone is stuck in a rut or unable to move forward before some kind of important learning has been done, or some kind of important maturity has happened. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have also the Nine of Swords in the reversed with the Hangman. So it seems like what you're dealing with is hurt and pain. Like how you have been hurt in the past seems to prevent you from moving healthy and happy into your future. So what needs to happen here is for you to be able to digest the pain and hurt that has been, and also find ways with awareness and evolution that will make you not carry this load into your future. So I call the 4 archangels. I forgot what I were again. In the 4 corners of the world. And here we have 8 of Pentacles with the Hangman. So it seems like the Divine has put you on this routine over and over and over again to help you to be able to deal with pain and to make your life more happy. I put up a thing on my community section that seems to go well together with this. It's from Krishnamurti, Yiddu Krishnamurti's teaching about how you have been hurt by people and situation, and how much of your expectations of certain situations is actually what's hurting you, or your self-image is what's hurting you. So this might be a clue to what is going on here. If we have, for example, a self-image of being a successful tarot reader and on a YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel is being taken away, that would be hurtful if the person that had the tarot channel would have a self-image of being a tarot reader. It's not an end goal to feel, not hurt about anything and always take everything like easy and carelessly. But if we strive towards the goal to be less attached to our self-images and expectations, we do have a chance to live a happier life. So I call the 6 elements, and here I have a 7 of Pentacles and the Hangman. So both these cards are talking about things that needs a lot of your attention, like details that needs your attention. We have 8 of Pentacles before, here is 7 of Pentacles. So it's about going back to the roots and seeing how you can change things from the foundation and up. So for example, if you don't like your own creation, or you're feeling stuck in a certain behavior, what is it that you need to change in your own maybe dreams and visions? For example, if we always envision ourselves failing, we will most likely fail. And if we are able to see ourselves succeeding, and then also putting logic and necessary steps into succeeding, to actually have a plan and to follow that plan, it's more helpful than to dream about a dream and just hope that it will fall in your lap and come true. So this is about real groundwork and changing one's thought patterns and changing one's patterns of creation, like how you are creating your own life. So earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear viewers. So I want you all to have love in your life and to find yourself in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so it's done. I will just tune in for a few seconds here to you and this situation. So I'm getting here that sometimes things can go awfully wrong, like things can change in ways that you don't at all expected or wanted. And this can still be a help for you to grow as a spirit and also learn to become more resilient and even more happy. Before I started this tarot channel, I was working as, you can say, captain of industry. Like I was taking care of trucks company and with a certain amount of employees. And this company didn't go particularly well. And it was all taken away, like with a swoop like this, it was taken away. So if my whole self-image would have been invested in me being captain of industry and having this kind of position and having this amount of money, and all this was so tightly connected to my self-image, and if I then lost it, I would have lost myself. Fortunately, I didn't have my self-image attached to my work. It was heavy on me, this what happened, but it was no big problem to eventually be able to just shift and become a tarot reader, which might not have the same currency when you come to a dinner and say, well, I'm a fortune teller. It doesn't ring as well maybe as saying that I'm a boss of this and that. But it didn't affect me because I didn't have my self-image imposed in this. But I have my self-image imposed in a lot of other things, which is very painful for me when things are being taken away. But this is, we all have our different areas where we are being touched with pain, because these are the parts of us that is not really healed. Okay, so this is your future here, and this is your now, and this is your past. And in the past here we have a Queen of Cups together with the Alchemist and the Ace of Wands. So this seems very healthy, but in the same time very challenging and probably very interesting. It seems like you have gone on a path of extraordinary spiritual growth that has happened due to things, how you have been challenged and how you have actually mastered these challenges. It actually seems like it wasn't really a challenge from a divine perspective. It was more like a new beginning for you, but you didn't know that at the time. But it seems like you kind of grow into the occasion, much like I needed to let go of my former position and become this Queen of Cups tarot reader. So I'm thinking many of you watching this is my brothers and sisters walking on the same path as me, maybe not doing exactly the same thing, but if we would talk, we would probably see like, oh, I had this epiphany this last week, and you would say, well, I had the same, and this was what happened, and we could have amazing talks, you and I. And this is in the now, and we have the Emperor with the Seven of Pentacles and the Star card, and also the Chariot here is in the upright position. So it seems like you are rather calm with what is going on. You realize your limitations, so you realize where you have your self-image imposed in a certain role or in a certain relationship or in a certain house or in a certain amount of money or in a certain car. or whatever, but it seems like you're on top of it, and you know much what's needed to know about it, and you're doing healthy work to deal with these issues and heal them one by one. It's not like an end goal to immediately, lose all self-images and all your expectations. It's just a goal to have and to naturally step towards, so you don't have to feel any stress. And I don't see you having any stress here. We have 7 of Pentacles here with 7 the Chariot. 7s are spiritual challenges, like how you're being challenged, and if you are able to deal with this challenge, you move on. And here the challenge seems to be about patience and maybe not really having the things in your life that you dream of, but being this emperor anyway, because you always have you. One day the world might tell you that you are important. Next day the world will tell you that you are not as important. This might shift. One day you're here, next day you are gone. You are not here anymore. You died. So whatever we have in life will always, sooner or later be taken away from us, except for one thing, and that is yourself. And if you can find yourself and start to, anchor yourself in yourself with self-respect and self-appreciation, self-love, and a calmness will spread that will make you ready for whatever comes in life. You will be very zen, very stoic. You will be like this toys with lead bottom, that if it's a clown, maybe this is an emperor, and you can push it like this and it will wobble, but it won't lose its gravitation towards this lead bottom. So this is what I'm seeing that you have been able to obtain. So it's no stress, and you're working towards your goals and dealing with the challenges as they come. And your life as of now might be wonderful in many ways. It might not be what you dreamt of. It can be a little bit like a desert period with this 7 of Pentacles here. But it seems like this time, this period is being used to both your healing, but also your progress. Okay? So it's a marvelous time, even if it might not be filled with the things that you have dreamt of. Maybe you wanted this house, this money, this the children, the family, whatever, and maybe not all is there, but you have so much is what I'm seeing. And here in the future we have a 7 of Cups in the reverse, the King of Pentacles, this new beginning with an Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. Here it looks like you're being mixed together with other people and immediately lose a little bit of balance. It's not stressing you out. Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, very, very stable. But it makes you look into things more thoroughly. With the community section message that I put up, I also put up a video with Yiddu Krishnamurti, and he wanted you to ask yourself what is hurt and who is it that is hurt. Like, is it you that is hurt? Is it your body that is hurt? What is it that is hurt? And this is maybe what you're doing here. You're trying to figure out who owns this hurt. Where does it come from? What is my assignment when it comes to this hurt? For me, it's very much like this, that my hurt is separate from me. My body, for example, if we say I got scratched by a cat here, it might have hurt. I probably didn't notice it, but it probably hurt. And let's say I didn't identify with this hurt. It was my skin that was hurt, but the information came to me from this hurt here and telling me that, oh, you have a breach in your skin. It's a risk because it can come in bacteria that way. So if I felt the pain, I probably went and put some like desinfection, okay, something like with alcohol, so to take away any kind of infection. And that is how I think hurt should work. Like, you should get the information that there's something that might be out of tune, and you fix it. And I'm thinking this is your realization here, that you are not the hurt. You have pain and you can feel hurt, but you are not the hurt, and it's not really you that is hurt, because your eternal soul can't be hurt. Your body can be hurt. You can also carry hurt with you from past lives, but that is a 3D dimension, and that is not you. It's just kind of your skin or your vehicle, like with the chariot that you are in during this incarnations that you're having. So this is your past here, and we have judgment. So okay, I'm hearing this song. It had come before. It's with Pink. We came when you called. All these beautiful souls came when the divine called, I guess. And here you came, and the divine called. So it has happened something significant the last years. I think it actually started around 2012. Before that, I think life for many people was somewhat more predictable. And after that, it has been a little bit more, maybe a roller coaster, not always a bad roller coaster, but not as stable as it was before. And this was this kind of awakening. I think we are in a certain space in the universe right now that might open a gate to a certain kind of opportunity to really take a quantum leap and grow. And it seems like you grabbed this opportunity when it came. So you came when they called. And here we have 9 of Cups. So it seems like a lot of the things that you have been dealing with has been regarding emotions, and also maybe regarding relationships, to figure out, why are my relationships like this, or why are my situation like this, why am I feeling like this, why am I getting these sometimes we can get very dramatic feelings, and that might be that kind of anxiety can be very consuming and take a lot of your attention. And I don't know exactly why it comes. I think it comes exactly as I explained, because the wound wants to be having your attention, so it doesn't get worse. So, for example, if you worry a lot about your finances, it's because you need to worry about your finances, but not only worry, but actually taking necessary steps to fix it and not dig your head in the sand. And the same when it comes to relationships. If they are not giving you what you need to figure out what is missing and do something about it. So it's very much kind of living arrangements where we identify the problem and work to fix it. So here it seems like you were trying to figure out the problems and working towards fixing it. How can I fulfill my needs? For example, my needs of not getting infected by a wound. Okay. Or not getting infected by a relationship or a bad financial situation. And here we have a 3 of Wands. So the song said, we came when you called. So it's obvious that you are working very close to other people that have roughly the same experiences as you. So you don't have to feel alone. You don't have to feel like, you might feel alone. You might feel very isolated, and that this is your private, the private situation that's happening to you, and this is only for you. But I think not. And that's why also a lot of people are watching these kind of tarot readings. It's because we are many that came when the universe called, when the divine called, and we are working together. So when one person are able to solve one thing, they are having this eureka moment, figuring out why they have been feeling pain in this certain situation. That eureka moment within a day, other people in this equation that's connected like this will have the same experience and have the same eureka moment and have the same solution. So the work that you do will benefit many, and the work that other people do will benefit you. So it seems like we are marvelously connected. It's the story of the 100 monkey. I don't know if you have heard it, but scientists have seen that if 100 monkeys have learned the same thing, maybe using a twig, for example, to point into like a molehill for termites. Okay, I don't know the name, but and they point in this, and the ants will come out and they can lick the stick. So if 100 monkeys have learned to do this, then all monkeys will be able to do this. And I think you are part of these 100 monkeys that's about to figure it out, and then the whole world will know. Okay. And it's almost like a Me Too movement, but when it comes to spiritual growth, I think this was a part of it, and that many more things like this will come, where we will suddenly just shift awareness and see things from another perspective. And here we have a 6 of Pentacles, and it comes in the reversed. So the 6 of Pentacles here in the reversed, it's some way you are over functioning or doing things in a maybe overabundant fashion. I want to know what this is about, so I take my well-trusted energy oracle cards, which is my favorite right now, and see. Okay, we have the thinking man and hostilities. Okay, so I feel like there's a part of humanity that might not have really adapted to this, maybe not really opened their heart to this this gateway, and are a little bit more careful maybe with taking the steps and walking through the gateway and taking this quantum leap of change and spiritual growth. It's nothing wrong with these people, nothing at all. They are very on top of their game, and they have already found certain ways for how to live their life in a fashion that is has been and will also be in the future helpful for them. But one element, what I'm seeing in this, is that you are becoming a little bit a victim to their game plan, or the way that they have learned to function in the world and get benefits and be able to take care of themselves and not get hurt, might affect you in a negative way. So it might be that this person here, hostilities and the thinking man, has figured out a way to save oneself, but thereby hurt other people or steal things from them. So for example, this thinking man might want to be on top and have a lot of power and not be taken advantage of, and things like that, can easily become a person that do take advantage of you if you are over functioning and might be a little bit, have tendencies to want to be nice and a good person and, you know, giving of yourself selflessly. It seems like you can be a little bit a victim of a person that overly thinks, overly plans, and sees easy victims, and might see an easy victim in you. And that is, of course, might be your pattern that you have had this eureka moment about, that, oh, I have been giving my energy away to people with a plan. Someone had a plan, and maybe they were thinking one thing about the situation and I was thinking another thing. Maybe this person thought that, oh, this business deal will be great for me. I will be able to steal this and that from this person. And you are thinking, oh, this is great. We are two creative minds and we can build an amazing opportunity here in business. We can have such a great time. And it's very different how you view things. And this will, of course, crash in one way or the other, where you might be very disappointed with this person's style of living, where they might have a little bit grasshopper mentality, that what is there they can just go and take it, while you might be having like high expectations of people and see everyone as they are so just great. Okay, so and here we have a Prince of Cups. So I think that you have had problems with relationships in the past, where people have shown themselves in one way but actually being in another way. I think this Prince of Cups is this thinking man with the hostilities. So it's someone presenting themselves as loving. Oh, I will so gladly have a relationship with you. We can stay together forever. I don't know. And you think that they mean this, but really they are a person with a plan. So this is what has been an encountering here. But it's definitely something that's calculated. It's definitely something that has to do with the divine plan for your awakening. So it's not, oh God, here's a threat. This is going to be dangerous for me. No, it's not going to be dangerous for you. This is going to be your awakening. And we can see you're a Queen of Cups, and who's coming here, or who came here in the past, was a Prince of Cups. So it might be that the divine thinks that you have a little bit different maturity level. Maybe they think that it's great that you have been so open to this new evolution and the style of spiritual growth, and they wish maybe this person could open up to that too. But I think this person doesn't see it that way. They already have their shit together. They already have control. They feel safe. They have taken control. So I don't think this person even trusts the divine. But they are coming off as like a sheep, maybe in sheep's clothing, but it's really a wolf. Okay, so a wolf in sheep's clothing is this person. And you don't have the best defense to deal with this person. You are you have a ground setting of being very cooperative and, make win-win situations is what I'm seeing here. So this is now, and we have the Tower. So I think this comes the little bit more depressing parts of this song with Pink, We Came When You Called. Because I don't know exactly the lyrics, but I remember it to be that she's asking like, why did this have to happen to me, or where's the reward, or something similar to that. And I think this is the moment you have had also here with the Tower in the reversed. You thought that if you are a good person working relentlessly towards spiritual growth, good things would happen. So here you had a little bit crash, like a crash into reality, where you might have exposed the wolf in the sheep's clothing. It doesn't have to be a romantic situation. It can be someone just, renting your apartment, or someone you met as a friend but's really betraying you, or someone that you started a business with and run off with all your money, or a lover that said, I want to be with you forever, but they're really just harvesting what they can get from you. And here we have this Seven of Swords. So you realize that the needs that you had and the expectations that you had for this relationship was not the same as this person had. I think they are not really hostile, but their games and plans that they have here make it difficult for you to sing in harmony, okay? Because they have a much more harsh way of looking at life and the world, maybe more like inclined to believe that it's dangerous and that one must protect oneself. And I think this can be good for you, because you can learn more about how to see danger and to protect yourself, not by getting super skittish and scared, but getting more in control. And this other person might learn a little bit more on human relationships and what they can give if we go more into the depths and not keeping it this like superficial game, what I'm seeing here. And here we have the Eight of Swords. So Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords. So sorry for my voice, a little bit feeling like irritation in my throat. So that is talking about the throat chakra. So I'm thinking lies has been happening here, and it's lies that has been determined, like they were fought, premeditated lies, like someone that like was able to plan how they were to lie to get certain benefits from this situation here. So again, they show themselves as someone wanting to cooperate, but they actually had multiple different reasons for why they approached you and for what they want from you. And this is a person being binded by the old rules of Earth with survival of the fittest. So it's like cave man mentality. And here we have the high priest. It's number 5. And it talks about authority, the old world, how we were able to get on top, how we built society with hierarchy. And this person wants to be high in the hierarchy. And it's ready for some blood sacrifices to get there. And they don't want to sacrifice their own blood. No. They want to sacrifice your blood. And again, this is not here to scare you. It's here for you to see this and also see through this. It's a little bit ridiculous almost how this person is thinking that they control things, and they can't control things. One little poof from you and their whole plan will go into nothing. They are so dependent on you being this 6 of Pentacles person, giving them their all, your all. So if you're not doing that, if let's say for example that this is the high priest in an old community, you were supposed to come to him with all your 10th things, so your 10th sheep, your 10th son, your 10th grain, everything. And he became very rich out of this, and he had the power maybe to hurt you, or maybe make your cow go into, getting the milk sour or something. And then all in the village decided, no, we won't give you the 10th anymore. And this person's magical power would really have been put to a test. So again, I'm coming to for this Me Too movement, where people just decide that these old rules where it was okay for one person to take advantage of another in secret is not okay anymore. It's going to come out in the light. And this changed paradigms. So I'm feeling this person is of like some old school. They have this ability to have plans and impose power on other people and maybe manipulate them a tiny bit to get what they want, to get people in masses coming with all their tents to them. Okay. And here we have a Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So it says that this is divine message saying that this has been going on for quite some time, and they see it's just repeating. I think they are frankly a little bit bored with looking at this and seeing the kind of hurt and pain that this will render. So these people will feel probably like closed off and, with a cold heart that might shave a little bit in the chest. Having a stone for a heart can be painful. So they are not really happy, and the people giving everything to them is not super happy either. Probably a little bit more happy, but because they have the ninth of the others, they don't need to steal from one person to get what they need. So these people are also a little bit helpless. It's like they think they can't make it if they don't make you their slaves, basically. So they are weaker than you. You can feed them and yourself. So in many different areas, it can be with love, that you can feed yourself with love, but you can also give love to the other person. The other person can't feed themselves with love. They can't give you love. They need to steal your love to feel an ounce of love. So they are really very poor people, but they are riding the backs of other people. And this has been going on for a long time, and the divine wish for this wheel to change. So we can go deeper into this. We can excavate the mind of a murderer, or the mind of this narcissist, or this manipulator, or whatever. But it's not really interesting. The interesting is what you do to fix it. And what you do to fix it is suggested here. Be a tower of strength. That's the only thing you need to be. You don't have to bend over backwards for some person that's too scared to live their own life, or to show their own feelings, or to not steal your money, or whatever it is. And here we have the future, and we have a Four of Wands, and it comes underneath this. So we see that this crude awakening here is really awakening people, and it's this band of brothers and sisters that's being awakened, and they are being able to separate themselves from these people here that needed to be a little bit like vampires to feed on other people. Imagine if the vampires didn't have any human to bite into. What would happen to these vampires? We have seen some modern movies of this, how they shrink and become gray and like dusty mummies. So that's probably the destiny for this thinking hostile person here. Because if they can't feed themselves, they will lose energy, energy that was yours, and that's still yours, and you don't have to give it away. And it's another 4 of Wands here, the Emperor, number 4. And then we have a 6 of Wands, which is victory. So it seems like the work that you have done here with trying to figure out the mind of the murderer and the narcissist and whatever I said is successful. But it's not the success with them, it's your success, because you are finding out how strong you are and how resilient you are and how much you have to give. And if you were able to be with like-minded people that were like you, imagine there's not even the sky is the limit for what you can achieve. It's like these ants living in the molehill. They are working together and creating miracles or marvelous wonders, and they are very tiny, and they can still do this. And I see this the same for you here, but it's not really, yes, you're working together with other people, but it's kind of secondary. It's there, but the important thing here is you. So again, I can feel that you might feel isolated, but you might feel this situation, but it's really this situation. So you know this, that you're not alone. You're working with numerous people doing the same thing. And you can see proofs of this in various contexts. Things that we didn't know 10 or 20 years ago, we now know. We know about sociopaths and psychopaths and narcissists and manipulators and power junkies and power games, and so we don't have to live in fog about that. And when we are educated, like we have educated ourselves here, we don't have to fall into the same pitfalls over and over again, and enable these people to live off your flesh or our flesh. So future still, 5 of Cups in the reversed. So it's sad. You would want to have this person working together with you. That was what you wanted, because something with this person, I don't know if it was their steel or their stone heart or whatever it was that made you feel like this was a good person to cooperate with or give your heart to or whatever. But I'm still feeling, when I'm holding this card, that you still have respect for this person, and I don't think it comes for them earning your respect. I think it's you. You have this resilience and ability to forgive and overcome, and you can still see the best in a person, even if they have done you their worst. That might be a little bit of a problem for you, but it's not a big problem. We have the 5 of Cups in the reversed here. So no, you weren't able to invite this person into your dream or to train them like a little circus dog to jump through hoops for you and become like you, and to, dance the dance that you wanted to dance with them. You weren't able to. So that dream has it's a little bit wasted, but it doesn't seem like you are so triggered by it. The 5 of Cups is in the reversed. 5, the Prince of Cups here. So you just realized that, okay, they didn't want to play nice with me. So I can't play with them, and I can't have them in my dream. If you had the dream of the circus dog, and the circus dog, the only thing it could do was bite you in the leg, the dream needed to go. You couldn't have this dog in your circus. So that's basically what I'm seeing, accepting that, okay, so it didn't go exactly as I planned. I wanted this, but I didn't get this. And then we have the 9 of Swords coming underneath this 6 of Pentacles and the High Priest. And yes, it hurts. It hurts that people had other views on you, and other views for your future, and other views for your common, like your relationship, your business relationship, love relationship, friendship relationship, than what you had. It hurts. But it doesn't hurt that bad, because the 9 of Swords is also in the reversed. I'm actually feeling like you give this hurt back to this person here. Yes, your dream, it crashed and burned here, but it was an epiphany. It was educational. And now you realize that the dream wasn't possible. 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, because this person lived by other rules that you couldn't see. You didn't know anything about this. You thought that everyone were like you, and if I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You didn't know that you scratched there and they would never do the courtesy. So this is just acceptance of illusions that have fallen. This is the card of illusions, and here they have fallen, and it has actually, the fallen illusion has made you so strong. Okay, they have made you so strong, and you are going on a very successful 6 of Wands victory road. You just need to deal with this, like how your expectations was one thing and the truth was another thing, and when they collided, it crashed and burned. So what to do with this? Your expectation was fine. It just showed that you have a very positive outlook on the world and you saw the best in people. Maybe you are supposed to learn a little bit from the thinking man. You don't have to be hostile, but you can learn a little bit from the thinking man and be a little bit more awakened. You don't have to be suspicious. You don't have to be watchful. Just be more aware. Don't go just with social rules and regulation. Like, I need to be nice. I need to laugh. I need to say good day and bye-bye and all these kind of things. Sometimes we are so preoccupied with this and how we are supposed to behave in relationships to others. So we just fill the table here, and we are not mindful of what is really happening. We are just playing this social game, and we are so preoccupied with our awareness on how to behave, maybe to get liked or to show that you are an interesting person or whatever. So try to focus less on yourself and your impression on other people, and try to focus a little bit more on their impression on you. And use your thinking mind a little bit more to see red flags or to see possibilities. Either or. It's not a threat, like a scary world out there. No, because you're so strong, you're so determined. Whatever happens is fine. You can deal with it. You just need to know when it's happening. And it doesn't mean that you need to know what is happening behind your back. That's not possible. But when it comes to your awareness and it hurts, then you can do something about it, and you can adjust your expectations and your image of the other person and yourself in retrospect to the truth. And then we have a 4 of Pentacles. So this is you living in your castle, having better boundaries, being more healthy, being more stable with this lead bottom, like having lead in your bottom behind so you can't fall over. You're so resilient, you're so strong. You love yourself, you respect yourself. It doesn't matter what other people think of you. It matters what you think of you. And you always have your back and you protect yourself. And you're also loving and protecting towards others as long as they deserve it. When they don't deserve it anymore, you might tell them, for example, okay, so your behavior seems to me very hurtful. It seems like you are only looking out for your own needs. I don't see you carrying anything to this table here. So if you are to share what I have put here on the table, you need to bring something too. And either they change or they don't. And you take necessary steps of action on the truth and not on the lie of how you wanted things to be. Okay, so my dear ones, I hope this helped. And I want you to take really good care. And if you need more clues or help after I've listened to this, you can turn to the love readings for Pisces season that is up, or the other near personal readings or pick a card readings. And next week I will come up with the new love readings for Aries season. So it will be 12 readings for the 12 sun signs. I'm hesitating because it's in Swedish we are saying star signs, but on Swedish of course, and in other countries it's sun signs. So until then, take really good care and have the best of times, and realize who you are, what you want, what you don't want, and also what to do with the hurt. Is it information or is it tormention? Think about that. Until next time. Okay, bye bye.